find out if we were having a boy or a girl, and then we were sort of hit with some news that she had a special heart. The first time I experienced symptoms, I was at gymnastics and I was tumbling and I passed out. Less than a year later, I passed out again on the trampoline. We went to the hospital and that's when they started running tests on my heart. My pregnancy was really easy. I had just barely any sickness or anything, and I had ultrasounds and other tests up until delivery almost, and she seemed perfectly fine.
My first signs of me having issues with my heart was having pain in my chest. During my pregnancy, I experienced heartburn and stuff like that, so I almost kind of passed it off, that's what it was. Never been sick, never been in the hospital, nothing.
I was 40 years old. My children were 10 and 16. It's probably the best shape I've been in since I had my first child. So Wednesday, about 3 o'clock in the morning, I woke up and I just couldn't breathe. So I woke up my husband and I said, Jim, I can't breathe. And I said, I need to go to the emergency room. So I think I got bronchitis or a respiratory infection or something.
Well, they say that I was born with a hole in my heart. It just didn't really cause problems until I was tumbling and doing gymnastics. My doctor told me I would never be able to be a competitive gymnast again, and that one hurt because I had done it my whole life. I didn't know if I would ever do anything again, if I'd ever be able to even go to the gym and work out without something happening. But as I've grown, it's been awesome to know that I can do those things even with help with medicines.
When I first realized it was an issue with my heart, it was scary. I didn't want to be too afraid at the time because I was still trying to say, well, surely it's not that. Surely it's not that. The diagnosis was I had torn my LAD. It was 100% dissected. He ended up having to do a catheterization through my wrist, which traveled over to my heart, and which was just, amazing to me because I'm awake the whole time. It changed my life pretty much. It changed the way I look at things. It changed the way I react to certain things. I try to live stress-free now.
And so I got taken back into a room. And I remember him coming in and examining me, but not really saying anything. My heart was out of rhythm. And I couldn't get my heart in rhythm. And my husband walked in about that time. Of course, I look at him and I'm like, what's wrong, He looked at me and he said, you're really, really sick. And I was, okay. He says, you've got to have a heart transplant. So, of course, the first thing that comes to my mind are my children, because they're young. But I was fortunate. They were able to install a device. I have a pacemaker defibrillator. And the doctors told me that if I hadn't woke up, my husband would have found me dead the next morning. So I feel very, very lucky that I woke myself up that day. Because I couldn't imagine missing out on what my life's been since then.
She has heterotaxy syndrome, which is a syndrome that scrambles up a lot of your organs in your body. Most people's blood goes from the body to the heart, to the lungs, back to the heart, and back out to the body. Hers now, some of her blood comes from her body straight to her lungs passively instead of being pumped there by the heart, and then it goes to the heart and back out to the body. When they told us about her heart problems, it was just like the best day of our lives had turned into a nightmare. They were going to take our baby to another town, and we didn't know if she'd be there alive for us to see when we got there, and it was just to go home the next day and have to pack in the morning and not take our baby home with us. That was probably one of the most difficult things.
When she was diagnosed with it, we had never heard of it. You know, I just knew of holes of the heart or, you know, things like that. We'd never heard of hypoplastic left heart. It's one of the more severe defects. It's the left side of her heart is underdeveloped. We were just in shock because I had done everything that we were supposed to do, and I already had a son, and there was no health problems there. So the first we were just shocked. With the surgeries, they made it where the other side of her heart could do all of the work. It was hard seeing her hooked up to all the wires. There were more wires than there were babies. That's just really difficult. And then as she got older, the last surgery was really hard because she was aware. She could tell us when she was hurting, and that was hard too. I think some of the reasons for Katie's success is first God, that He brought her through it, and then just the amazing doctors that she has.
Listen to your body. If you don't feel right and you know something's not right, go see someone. If they don't give you the answers that you need, go to another one. And go till you get that person that's going to see what's wrong and find what's wrong.
I guess it was just a male stereotype that I had and put in my mind just because of TV, that males are the ones who have the heart problems. It just didn't occur to me that that really could happen to a younger female like me.
If you have a family history of heart disease, heart problems, or anything like that, I would say definitely get checked out before something possibly can happen.
American Heart Association, with the research that they do, that's helped her have the stuff that she needs, had it available, the procedures, and just any kind of research, and helps kids live longer, have better lives. She's involved, she did the jump rope for heart, and she's been the top earner for all 3 years. And my son, he was the top earner also, because that's sort of our thing that we focus on. Because we know the more research, the better chances each child has.
So right now she's doing, in the words of her doctors, my favorite words ever, remarkably well. They're really pleased with how she's done, with her progress, her energy and activity. She's just the most happy, energetic little girl. You'd never look at her and think, she has a heart problem. She's always on the go. She's always talking and happy. We think the future's going to be just fine.